You wanna maybe want to learn English, but you feel like it's a little bit hard. And let me tell you something, really nothing is impossible, but you need some courage and some consistency. And so this is why for today's video, I decided to share with you my own story and my experience. How did I learn English from a basic, really, like from zero to, I don't know if I should say like a native person, but yeah, to a very good level. Hi guys, welcome back to another new video. I'm so happy to be here today to share with you my story. If you don't know me, my name is Ines. I am a teacher, and what I do in this channel is that I try my best to give you some advice to level up in English, to give you some advice like how I did it. Before starting, don't forget to subscribe into the channel and to give me a thumbs up, and let's start. Actually, if this is the first video for you watching me, I advise you to see and watch my old videos, especially on Instagram, which is English for a Better Life. It was a very basic English without any good vocabulary or something like that. And the first reason why I wanted to learn English or I wanted to like open an Instagram page is to level up my English and to get better skills in like talking in English. So I was not born in an English country. I didn't live in an English country. I never visited an English country, by the way. But here we are. I'm talking like a native person. And how? How I did it. Let's go back when I was 11 years old. I was 11 years old. And one day I saw a film. This film is called Titanic. I think that you all know it. And actually what happens is that it was a very good film, that it really attracts me. The actors attract me, and I wanted to speak English like them. Do you imagine, from 11 years old, this was my dream. Like at this particular time, I was a dreamer. I was like dreaming, having huge goals. Like when I grow up, I want to be like that and want to have like that. Like I was a dreamer basically. And one of my dreams was to speak English like native person, like those actors that I have seen in that film. And so from this come the first advice, which is actually to have a clear and specific goal. Why do you want to learn English? So at that time, I wasn't really like knowing that I was like setting a specific goal, because I was a young girl. I didn't know about all of that. But yeah, without knowing, I settled a specific goal, which is to speak English like those native people. So this was it. So you need, first of all, to set a specific goal. And so this is what I always tell my students, is like the first question ever before starting any courses, like, what are your motivation? Why do you want to learn English? So like someone tells me to travel, another one for job, but you need to have a specific goal that will keep pushing you in until you reach. So now I have 24 years old. I let you imagine the amount of time, but what I was doing actually is that I was trying to have an English environment. From that film, I was watching every single new film that I was watching, I remember, on NBC Max and NBC2. And there were some subtitles in Arabic, so that was perfect for me. I know that a lot of people or experts or teachers advise you to watch without subtitles, but if you don't watch without subtitles, you are not going to understand, and when you don't understand, it's going to be boring for you because you're not understanding the subject and the main idea of the film. So I learned with subtitles, and there is no problems to learn with it for me, really. When you try to surround yourself with English, like watching films, I remember I was reading a lot of books in English. What I was doing is to read out loud. Like, I really, really liked to read out loud. And there is a particular moment that I really remember. It was when actually at school we had, English, and there were like a text, which is "I Have a Dream" from Nelson Mandela, and wow, that was a really attractive text, and I decided to read it out loud, and I was reading it after each revision and every single day. Like, that pushed me and motivates me, and I was reading out loud a lot of times, reading a lot of books, but out loud, because I really liked to listen to myself, to listen to my pronunciation, and I think it's really a huge part of my learning journey. So this is what I can also advise you, is to read out loud, to listen to your pronunciation. And also songs really helped me to speak English not as fast as I can, but as good as I can, because I was listening a lot to their pronunciation and trying to apply it. But yeah, by surrounding myself by English environment, at the same time, I was making myself comfortable with it. I was comfortable with the language. And this is the most important part, because if you are listening to a language and you're not comfortable with it, or you're not comfortable when someone talks with you in English, that will create a very awkward moment, and it will like be very hard for you to continue your journey in learning English. So in order to learn it, you have to make it comfortable, you have to make yourself comfortable when you're listening to English, when you're reading to English, and that of course will take time, but try to listen a lot and try to make an environment, an English environment around you. Then I think one of the most important things, the most important things that kept me learning, it's applying and practicing the language. You guys, you don't imagine how much it is important to practice and to talk with the language, because okay, that's great, that's very good, you're watching films, you're listening to music, but if you don't apply it and practice it, I'm sorry for you, but be sure that your knowledge is not going to have an end or to have a good result. So in the same time, while I was learning English, like I told you, I was trying to listen, to focus on the pronunciation, because what attracts me particularly on English, especially American accent, is their pronunciation. So I was trying to pay attention to those little things. Also, something very important is that I was I know it's a little bit weird, is that actually I was speaking with myself a lot of times. I was like cleaning and speaking with myself. I don't know, taking my time to eat, and I was imagining a situation and talking with myself. There's no shame, and actually I think this way is the best way to learn English, because you are imagining a situation and you are trying to practice and practice, and maybe you don't find the words, so you are going to search for the words and etc. But this was definitely the method that really helped me to learn English, and here we are. Yeah, it seems impossible, and you tell yourself like, I'm not a native person, I wasn't born or lived or in an English country, but like I'm not a role model or something like that, but I am definitely an example of a lot of bunch of other people who learned English without visiting, without living in an English country, and here we are. Okay, so I hope that my experience journey was beneficial for you. I hope that you liked this video. Of course, if you like it, don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and to share it with your loved ones. And I'm going to say, see you the next video. Bye.